Hello and welcome back to to Kiss My Crystal Wednesday. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Lapis Lazuli stone or crystal, and here she is. And I say she because she's mine. So, but it's a beautiful cobalt blue, electric blue, royal blue color. It's got specks of gold in it. It's a real, and I know that my lighting and my camera do not do it justice. But it is a beautiful, beautiful stone. It has a lot of powerful properties on a spiritual healing level, on a chakra level, on a meditative level. So I'm going to try to briefly review with you guys that. If you see me looking down, it's because, like I had mentioned before, I do make notes. I'm trying not to ramble as much because the first two videos I noticed that I do ramble quite a bit. And I can't help it, so I'm trying to stay as focused as possible. I am going to try to keep these videos on a spiritual healing level, on a chakra level. There's so much information, there's so many things that these stones can do, but I think I'm focusing more on the spiritual level because of my spiritual journey and my awakening and my current path. So Lapis Lazuli was a stone that was not reviewed, but it was requested by Jackie, again, from my first video, to review on. She had requested for me to review on a citrine and also on a Lapis Lazuli. And at that time, about 2-3 weeks ago, I didn't have one. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I had posted on one of my posts where I was contemplating not only the magic of life, but also contemplating on which one was going to be my next crystal. And apparently I called in this one into my existence. My husband spoils me, and I am so lucky, but he bought me my own Lapis Lazuli because I was going to borrow his, and he didn't have qualms with me borrowing it because this is actually one of his favorite stones. So, but he got me my own, so I have my own stone. And now I actually understand, as I was doing more information seeking on it, or more research on it, that it's actually a pretty cool crystal, and it has a lot of powerful properties. So I'm going to begin. Again, you're here at Honeybee's Journey. This is my third video on Kiss My Crystal Wednesday, and this is an awesome stone. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start from where, back into the Egyptians. This stone has been sought after for millennia by men. They could come from the oldest mines over there, I believe in Egypt, or they were sought after a lot in Egypt back when King Tut and all the Egyptian kings and kings and queens were there. Apparently, from what I read, King Tutankhamun's sarcophagus was richly inlaid, and I say richly open quotes because from the information, but I will from the website that I did get my information from, I'm gonna link it down below. But it says that it was the sarcophagus of King Tut was richly inlaid with Lapis Lazuli. They used it a lot. A lot of the kings, the Egyptian kings and queens, used it mainly in their decorations for decorative home decoration, and also personal decorations such as jewelry. A lot of the scarabs were inlaid with Lapis Lazuli. The scarabs, I guess, images or figurines, or pendants, or wherever they used it. They used it mainly as decorations for jewelry. They would grind it up, or ground up. They would make it into a powder, to use it as a dye. So because of its color, it's rich blue. But they also used it as makeup, as eyeshadow. So another way that they used it back in the day, or way back in the day, Egyptian time, would be as a medicinal elixir. So those are just the background that I got, a brief background that I'm giving you guys. There's so much more information, but like I said, I'm trying to keep it more on a spiritual level. So it is considered also a power crystal, and if you ask me, I think personally all of the crystals have amazing powers. It's just in different areas. So this is considered a powerful crystal because it helps, or it aids in activating the higher mind, or the high mind. It enhances your intellectual ability, and it actually stimulates your wanting to have more knowledge, more truth, and more understanding of situations of life, of on an intellectual level. It stimulates the desire just for knowledge. In regards to the chakras or on a spiritual level, um, this lapis lazuli works beautifully with mainly the third the third chakra, the third eye or the brow chakra, and the throat chakra. It says that it is said to balance out the throat chakra. And I'm going to read off the throat chakra points first. It is supposed to balance your energy. It allows for the expression of what we think and feel. So if you're a person who normally is not able to verbalize what your needs are as a person, as an individual, as a wife, as a mother, as an employee, as a friend, a sister, brother, whatever it is, it helps you to communicate verbally and effectively, not only what you want, what you need, but your emotions on a emotional level. It allows you to verbalize what you need, what you want. And I don't perceive that as a bad thing. I do know a couple of people that are very like that. They're very, I tell you what I want to tell you, how I think it when I think it. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. It can be, because it can offend certain people, but being myself, being on the opposite spectrum, I was always very shy. I would never say how I was feeling, how, if something made me upset, I wouldn't speak about it. I would just hold it in. And so I was very shy to begin with, and not to be able to express what I wanted, what I didn't like, what I liked to do. Not like today, where I'm like, yeah, I love to sing. Yeah, I love to create. Yes, I love to craft. I love to do this. I love to cook. So before, I wouldn't be able to express myself or my needs or my wants. So I was stuck a lot. A lot of the things that have happened or transpired in my life have had to have happened for me to be where I am today, which is now, sometimes I've mouthed off a little bit more than I should. So, but I mean, I'm okay with it now, because it's now understanding my truth. And my truth is, I need to verbalize and let you know, or not let you, but with my husband especially, I wasn't as verbal as I am now. When we first started dating and when we got married, I was more, because I grew up in Hispanic, Latin, Mexican American family, where I'm first generation born in the States, and the way my mom grew up was very old school. So we're very submissive. And I say we, the women are very submissive to their men. And that's how I grew up, thinking that that's the right. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's not, because I love cooking for my family. I love serving my family. I'm the one that serves all of them first before I sit down and eat. So I love doing that. I feel happy when they're enjoying my food, or happy when they say thank you for folding their clothes. So I don't mind doing those things. But I think that because of that, I wasn't very verbal, and I wasn't very in touch with my emotions. I think I would have closed off, or had built up a wall of around me. And because of that, I think a lot of people didn't get to know me on an in-depth level. I know a couple of people that did take the time, and I appreciate them a lot for them. I mean, I appreciate them a lot for that, because they brought me out of my shell. I'm gonna say the number one person is my husband. My husband has helped me be more verbal, more communicative. And I didn't realize that my throat chakra at that time was so clogged up that, I mean, we would not get into an argument, because it's normal in every relationship, but not agree. And I would just, my reaction was to shut down. I don't want to talk about it, just leave me alone. I just, get away from me. That was my reaction. Now I'm more like, well, yeah, you know what? This made me feel this way. And you know what? We get through things so much more loving way, that okay, I'm telling him how I feel, and he tells me how he feels when I do something, and vice versa. And what happens is, we end up understanding each other, and end up communicating on a better level. So throat chakra, guys and women and everybody who's watching this helps you communicate effectively on a verbal level. It helps you communicate your emotions, your feelings, your wants, your desires, what you don't want, your beliefs. I mean, something so simple as, being able to say, yes, I want that ice cream, not that ice cream. Things like that. So it does aid with verbal communication of what your wants and needs are, and they become stronger. So because if your needs and wants, the way you're able to verbalize or communicate, you're able to attain what you want, and not actually just be okay with what you're given. So like I said, being verbal and being able to tell people what you feel at the moment, I don't feel is a bad thing. It could sometimes go wrong or be received wrong by other people. But I think that if you tell me off the bat and you're real with me and you tell me, look, girl, this is, I don't like this, or I don't like that, or I'll be able to be like, oh, okay, well then, you know, and I can take it from there. Well, then maybe you and I won't be able to mesh well, or maybe we will, and we can find an accordance or an understanding, a happy medium. So that's one thing. If you guys see any globes or orbs flying by, let me know. I've caught them on the other videos, and that tends to happen. I don't know if it's only in this room, but I have videos that I love to sing, but I have videos that when I do sing, they're just everywhere. They're shooting back and forth, and maybe I'll put one of those videos up one of these days, and I'll let you guys know. Anyway, let me get back because I already sidetracked. So I was on the throat chakra. So yes, so it does balance out the throat chakra. So once that's balanced, you can definitely assist. It can definitely assist in balancing the third eye chakra. So once the third eye chakra, that's like the center of your psychic center. I mean, that sounds repetitive. It's the center. It's the psychic center of your inner wisdom, inner light, inner enlightenment, inner knowledge, I guess, in a sense. On the third eye level, it is the oldest. The Lapis Lazuli is the oldest spiritually known third eye in stone or crystal that aids with it. So it helps direct insight. It helps directly. What did I write? It helps direct sight and everyday awareness of your world. So the Lapis Lazuli on a third eye level, a third chakra level, aids in direct sight and everyday awareness of your world. So you become more aware of your surroundings. You're able to see past your hand. You know, I think I can personally say that I wasn't able to see past my hand before my spiritual journey. And I think that happens to most of us. You know, we are born with inner knowledge, with internal knowledge. We're born with it. We just forget. We're taught to forget to use it. So I think that, and I don't think it's done purposely either to teach us differently. I just think that's the way we've been conditioned for so many years, for thousands and thousands of years. So, but you know, you're only able to see, you know, when your third eye chakra is not open or balanced out, you're only able to see this much, you know, in front of you. Once that veil kind of opens up, you see life totally different. And on a spiritual level, for me, I can definitely tell you that life isn't the same. I see things and perceive things very much differently. And sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. But it's a real thing. And you become more aware of the realness of the situation, of the realness of your existence on this plane of existence, the realness of your purpose. So, yeah. So that's very powerful, and I didn't know, so I never really carried this one with me. So with the third eye chakra, once it's in balance, you can see clearly and actually understand what you see. Oh, that's what I just said. And your perception becomes greater or higher, so you're able to perceive things on a whole different level of understanding, and it helps you to identify and interpret cues throughout life. Not only cues from other people, but throughout life, just cues that you normally would be either very blind to. I can honestly say with my awakening and my third eye chakra being in balance, and I can't tell you it's totally awakened or enlightened, but I can definitely say that it's in somewhat of a balance. It's better than it was, and I see things totally different. Life is different, not in a bad way, not in a good way. It just is, and it's helped me understand my purpose. It's reacquainting me with my inner knowledge, with my inner light, with me being able to handle being me in a sense, and not being ashamed of who I am, what I look like, you know, not being ashamed of or embarrassed to actually be me, my authentic self, to tell the world that I love to sing and that I love to create and that I love to hike, you know. And that I think a lot of it before when I say me on a personal level, this is what I'm saying for me. It might be different for everybody. Everybody has different hang-ups. They're on a different path, at a different level of vibration. So, but for me, I can definitely say that I can see and interpret things a whole lot clearer than I would have. And like I had mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned before, 3 or 4 years ago, when my journey began, I can definitely tell you that I have so many synchronicities and so many things that had to happen for me to be able to be here where I am today, be at the spiritual awareness level that I am at today, being on my journey just in itself. I mean, I've had things fall into place where normally I'd be like, I feel like, oh my God, this is a miracle. But definitely, I mean, miracles do happen, but definitely, I can definitely say being in alignment with my chakras, with myself on a spiritual journey, has really aligned things up for me and has allowed me to manifest and co-create situations and places and things for me and my family. So, and achievements. So, definitely, I'm definitely going to start carrying this Lapis Lazuli with me in one of my pouches. I do carry two, and these are the ones that I carry with me in my purse when I go out, because like I mentioned, this one was made by my husband, and it's pretty big and it's pretty extravagant and very like in your face. But I'm somewhat of an empath, and I didn't realize that I was picking up on a lot of people's emotions, negativity.
It's 5 o'clock.
Oop, it's 5 o'clock. And negativity, and I didn't understand why I would come home, you know, with a headache or feeling sick, like sick to my stomach from when I was feeling fine here at home, had to go to Target for whatever reason. And I'm not saying that it was Target's fault. I'm just saying the energy from people that I would either passed by or passed by me, I was able to pick up on it so quickly that, I mean, I would come home with nauseousness and wanting to throw up and headaches. And so I have to carry with me my protection. So this one, I mean, like I said, it's a very in your face. Here I am. I'm protecting myself. Give me my bubble. You know, it mirrors off all the energies that are negative that I shouldn't be picking up on. But I can definitely say that I'm going to carry this one. And I think I might carry it in this one because there's also a quartz crystal in here. Let me see if I could open it quickly, because it's missing the zipper tag or toggle. Okay. So I carry this one in my purse. So these together can be very powerful together. So anyway, if you want, oh, that's another thing. If you want to, for me to kind of not help, but give you ideas on what stones to carry. But which ones did I bring out? On which stones to carry with you for certain protection, emotionally, or for abundance, or things like that, just comment below. I would be more than happy to kind of give you like a recipe, I guess, in a sense of what stones go together for you to be able to carry with you, you know, for protection, or just, you know, to call in abundance and positivity into your life. So I would be more than happy to create these recipes for you guys. I've had several, but these are the ones that I carry right now, currently in my purse. So I think that's it. Oh, my husband brought in this ring, and this is one of the rings or one of the jewelry pieces that we're going to be, or type of pieces that we're going to be incorporating in our shop. I do have an Etsy shop, or we have an Etsy shop, and we have also a website through Etsy that's called Sol y Luna Spiritual Boutique patterns, patterns by Etsy.com. So I'm gonna link it down below. You guys can definitely check it out. It is spiritually this shop is spiritually what's the word, created in a sense. My husband is a certified Reiki master, and he's beginning, but I'm gonna be the next one. But they are spiritually inclined and created with that in mind, because we're using raw stones and tumbled stones and more on the natural stones in regards to that. I don't think we might be able to use diamonds yet, but this one is a blue chalcedony. I can't say the word. My husband's gonna kill me. Chalcedony. I'll link it up below my shop so you guys can look at it. But it has awesome properties. It is tumbled. I don't like, not that I don't like, because I do. They're pretty. But I wanted our jewelry to be as rough and as natural as possible, and I guess to me it makes me feel like it has more of those powerful properties that they have. The blue chalcedite, I believe it's called, has awesome, powerful powers as well, and It's such a beautiful stone, and it's like a baby bluish, and it has some other colors in it, like by natural. But this one's just, I mean, it's a little high, but I have a rose quartz ring like this, and I fell in love with it. And I told my husband, you know what? I would love to make jewelry like this for our shop. And so we're starting on that. I do have right now a quartz crystal pendant up on the shop, and then also a couple of, or a few, spiritually inclined healing crystals or healing chakra cards. So they're greeting cards. So if you guys want to go ahead and check them out, by all means. I also have tote bags, and I can personalize them with whatever image you'd like. You just have to send it to me, and I can definitely do those for you. Again, thank you for watching and stopping by and listening to my rant sometimes and me deviating from the actual subject, but I appreciate your time. I appreciate you staying with me till the end if you're listening to this, and I hope that you liked it. If you liked it, subscribe, or thumbs it up. And if you really like what you're seeing so far, this is my 3rd video, please subscribe, and I can definitely do more. And I'm actually having fun relearning the stones and becoming acquainted with new ones, and just giving you guys feedback, and also hoping that it might pique interest in these stones or crystals for the people that don't know about them yet. So thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful week. Till next week, and in the meantime, lots of peace, love, and light towards you. Bye.